We're here today with Chris Fincher in the Emergency Management Office and Kelly Madden, who's the public information person directly with the Rome Police Department, to talk a little bit about plans for the visit by former President Trump, candidate for President Trump on Saturday here in Rome. And there's some very fundamental things that people need to know going into the event Saturday. Chris, let me start with you. As I understand it, virtually everything between Broad Street and the river, between 5th Avenue and 2nd Avenue, will be fundamentally locked down on Saturday. Is that right?
Yeah, so think about it like we would normally have one of the events like Fiddlin' Fest or something like that. The roads aren't going to be blocked, but that's going to be for pedestrian use only. So we're encouraging pedestrians really only access on the sidewalks, but you're parking on Broad Street and that sort of thing.
Now, Broad Street itself, people will still be able to navigate automobile traffic?
That's right.
Okay, I want to make sure we all understand that. Parking for this event is not going to be close. Is that right?
Yeah, the police department has encouraged this. This is like the fireworks or some sort of large-scale event. We're encouraging public parking behind the levees, Ridgeberry Park. Everything downtown is open, but it's first come, first served, if I'm remembering that
Correct.
Including Barron Stadium.
And Kelly, as I understand it, people cannot bring much of anything to this event. Is that right?
The rules that have been set forth by powers higher than the Rome Police Department include no cigarette lighters, no sticks, no umbrellas, no chairs, no liquids of any kind. And again, those are not our rules, but those are rules set forth by the Trump campaign.
Imagine this being like getting onto an airplane, that sort of thing is what I would imagine it being.
Very, very similar, in fact. Now, people could park behind the levee. People could park at Ridgeferry Park. The joker in this deck, so to say, is the weather, and we just don't know what the weather is going to be. The forecast is not the best.
The forecast is tentative at best because we have no control over that. But the National Weather Service right now is saying anywhere from 1 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Saturday, but that's really open to interpretation of Mother Nature.
Okay, now approximately 4,000 to 4,500 will actually be able to get into the forum. The rest of the people will be able to see the event from the town green with no chairs. They'll have to stand. Where will the video screen be?
There's a video screen that will be on the second level or the mezzanine area of the forum, and that will broadcast over the town green, so everyone standing within that area will be able to see what's going on from inside the forum.
Okay, and as people walk in from wherever they can find to park, all of that will be funneled through 3rd Avenue. Is that correct?
Yep.
Correct.
Mitchell Plaza, where the pavers are and the rivers laid out in the pavers. Everybody will come in that way, and then they'll be queued up in a what was referred to by Assistant Chief Bailey as a Disney line. It'll be a snaking serpentine line using the parking deck, which will not be for parking, but it'll be for access, ultimately.
Correct, and security clearance.
And once people get in, there's no going out and coming back. If you go out, you're gone, right?
Correct.
If you go out, you're subject to go through the line again.
Okay.
There's room for you to come back in.
Yeah, if there's that kind of room. Now, as we understand it, again, Mr. Trump is going to make a few remarks when he arrives sometime theoretically between 4:30 and 5 to the people outside before he goes inside. Is that right?
Correct. It is our understanding that when his motorcade arrives, he will address the crowd on the town green and then enter into the forum for the main event.
Okay, and all of that should be over 6:30 to 7-ish?
We hope all participants can be turned loose to return to their cars by 7 p.m. Of course, the time changes this weekend, so technically there's another hour maybe of
But that's not.
Well, that won't happen until afterward.
2 a.m.
Yeah.
But
we hope Robin was behind.
correct.
Politicians can be long-winded, can't they?
Correct. We hope that by dark, everyone's found their car, everyone has returned safely, and the event is completely over and cleared out.
We're really encouraging everyone to be courteous, have patience. We're trying really hard as public safety to make. We're looking out for the safety of our public.
For people who have questions, I understand that the city and the county's websites, as well as all of your Facebook pages, our Facebook pages, will be having frequent updates through the event. Is that right?
We've been pushing the same messages. There's been a lot of cooperation by our agencies, but the City of Rome's government Facebook is where we're housing a lot of that.
Yes,
that
or
messaging.
the city's website is romega.us. Everything will be posted there, as well as our Facebook pages for the Rome Police Department, Floyd County EMA, 911, Downtown Development. Everybody will contain the same messages.
There will be concessions inside the forum. We don't know about outside, though, do we?
We do not know about outside. Obviously, all of your Broad Street restaurants and businesses can do their business, what they do, and set up outside. Any other vendors that may want to set up must have a permit through the city clerk's office if you plan to sell from private property. We're told that the kitchen is open at the forum. I don't know that they'll have people selling to the crowd. We can hope that.
Okay, guys, thank you much for being in with us, and we hope this thing comes off without a hitch.
Absolutely.
Everybody.